Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good morning, everyone, to another Our Take episode. Thank you for joining this morning. I am Farrah, your host. I am Farrah, your host, and my co-host Kenny and Torrence. How you guys doing this morning?
Great.
Yeah,
Good,
you have to
good.
forgive me. I'm a little under the weather, but we gonna make it through.
I will work with you. It's all right. We're gonna work with you. Gonna work with you. But thank you everybody that's joining. Hey Sergio, glad you could join us today. Sergio in the house. So we got a lot to talk about. Want to go ahead and get started, y'all. Torrance, I see your little jersey. Whatever, whatever, whatever.
Oh
But
gosh.
the NFL season has actually started. What do y'all feel about it so
Yeah.
far? How did y'all feel about
Listen,
this Texans and Bears first game? How did y'all feel?
I'll start first. I'm happy that the football season. That means I can start pulling out these jerseys, these T-shirts, and stuff. And my wife can stop talking to me since she's a Cowboy fan. This is the greatest gift I'm giving. Um, but at game, thoroughly enjoyed the game. Disappointed in one aspect of it, but I know what's the disappointment part is. Um, and then again, they terminated the game. I've never heard those words. They're terminated after when the rain started. I thought they would even take the time to let it rain a little bit and try to come back. But every year, if you paid attention to the Hall of Fame game, there has been something that has happened that the game doesn't complete itself. And the fact that now there are only what two, maybe three preseason games, uh, that takes away the opportunities for some people. You know how they do it when I was growing up. You had four preseason games. The starters didn't play the first one. You get a chance to perform. Second game they played maybe the first quarter. Third game they played half, and final preseason they play more. So you get another opportunity. But if you're not going to have an opportunity to play, can you make a team? But on my disappointing side is you draft the number one pick and you don't play him. So do you believe he's
Oh,
that good coming out of college that he
oh
can just stick him in at any
man,
time?
you went right into my next whole point. That's kind of why I really ain't got much to say. It didn't get me in the football field. Let's say that. Um, the Hall of Fame game never does that for you. But should Caleb have played? I think we've been waiting forever to see this kid play. We've been waiting forever. Now we get here. That's my problem. Is just that is he going to get crushed season? Week one. Now I did see where they said that he is going to take a number of snaps, 9 to 20 or something crazy in their next couple of games. But this was the first game of the season he was on the sideline. He's never taken an NFL snap. He had. I know he's great. We get it. We get it. But when you have 350-pound linebackers running after you at a different speed, it's different. So I just felt like he should have at least back in the day you would at least watch preseason game because the starters played the first quarter at minimum. Now everybody's over there rocking their gold chains and it ain't even fashionable because they had t-shirts and jogging pants on. Basketball they got suits and stuff. But um, I really thought that he should have played a couple snaps. At least give the people what they want. They've hyped him up. We're still waiting to see him. And I really feel like they're setting him up if they don't play him in preseason. They are setting that kid up. He runs too much, what makes him very vulnerable to injury. What do you say, Kenny?
No, excuse me. No, I agree. I would have liked to see him play at least. It didn't have to be the whole quarter, but just to get a glimpse, right, of what we are to expect and get excited about for the future for the season coming up. So it's disappointing, but I get it. Aaron Rodgers got injured 40 seconds into his debut with the Jets, right? Something that you want to try to avoid, but ultimately, it's understandable. But us as fans, it's kind of like we'd like to see a little more, but hopefully, maybe season games we'll see him out there. So we'll see.
Gotcha. No, I feel the exact same way. Torrance, what about you? What's your take?
I don't see it as understandable. I don't see a reason why you don't play him. Okay, Aaron Rodgers 42. There's a difference. There's a difference. This dude has been playing in the league for 20 years. you don't have to play him. He got hurt in the first game of the season. You can't control that. But this one, he's a rookie. He's coming in. He's learning the system. I don't know if I'm excited to see him play or not. I don't care about that. But if you, as a teammate, I want to see his progression. I want to see how he's doing. I know we're in training camp. I know I get to see it. But you're playing against me where I can't hit you. You're not playing against another team, and your reactions are going to be in that type of thing. And I'm not a coach. I've never been. But again,
Might be a good one.
we
Might,
we
might have to
pay
think about
we
that.
pay we pay these people to do stuff that we can't do. I can sit on the stand line with a gold chain and not do that. What makes him different than me except his contract. I think that's the only thing that makes him different. So do something that I didn't see you do. Go out there and play. If you played 5 snaps, hand the ball off 5 times, good. You got warmed up, you got a little sweat, now you can go and do it. But you standing there smiling and looking at people and doing that, remember you giving other people an opportunity. We don't know that the backup could have performed so great. They may like, well, we could keep sitting you down for a year.
Exactly.
I don't know. I'm a Pittsburgh fan. We see what's going on in Pittsburgh. One dude sitting down, the other dude taking an opportunity. Why would you give yourself an opportunity unless it's a coach's call? And I will not second guess coaches because I've never been in that position. So
Gotcha. Well, no, I mean, great point, but hopefully we will see him before the start of the season. I would love to see that. I don't want the kid to get hurt. I really think he's a great player. He could be really great. Let's just hope these coaches don't mess it up.
I think it's just us as fans too that we get a little. I mean, football off season is so freaking long that we're just eager. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to see him week 1, right? It's not to say that he's not going to play or there's sitting him behind to learn. For the first year, that'd be different. That would be 100% unacceptable. But you're talking preseason, you're talking Hall of Fame game a month before the actual start of the season. So me personally, I could wait a little bit to see him, and then we'll see how that progresses. Maybe he needed the preseason games, and we'll see from there.
I mean,
let me ask a
maybe.
question. Let me ask a simple question.
Mhm.
Why is it unacceptable to sit him a year? Isn't that what they used to do so you can learn the system? Why is it unacceptable
I don't
now?
think it's unacceptable, but that is not the hype that they're giving. They're hyping this kid up. He's this,
Yeah,
he's that, and so we're
exactly.
ready to see him. If they were going to sit him, I think what Atlanta got, what the kid from Oregon, maybe I think. What's his name?
Washington.
Look like
The dude from
Washington.
Washington.
Yeah, Washington. They're going to
Yeah.
sit him. We know. You know what I mean? You come out and say
Mhm.
what you're going to do with that player. If you don't know what you're going to do, fine. But we all know they're not sitting him. Okay, they're making that completely.
Yeah,
Matt says he
there's
started
nothing wrong
before
with
senior year. We knew that.
right. There's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with sitting a player. Not the. I don't mean in a general aspect, but Caleb Williams, the hype around of the generational talent, the already conversation of the greatest of all time, and that kind of yeah, you got to start him right away. I mean, there's no doubt.
You got
Um,
to
but
really.
you know,
And the other problem was the reason why I think they think it is that the other dude that did not play also in Houston. He came out of nowhere last year. He played Ohio State, was really good. Then he got to Houston and became a monster. But just like Caleb, they have everything set up around him in Houston. Houston had a above average defense. They had wide receivers that popped out of nowhere last year, and he performed beyond what they thought. So I think that's the anticipation of what they have for Caleb also. For you to do that, we need to see you play.
He
So
needs to
that's
walk.
only my thing. And like
I
I
mean,
said,
I don't know because you got to think Houston was a little different. Yes, they had him, but they do have the defensive rookie of the year as well. So you have both sides of the ball. You have the rookie of the year. Um, Good luck with that. On thinking you're gonna repeat that or emulate it in any kind of fashion. They need to let this boy be exactly what he's gonna be. That's half the problem with these coaches. They see Patrick Holmes or this person or that person. They try to make whoever they draft into what they think they need them to be. Just make them into who they are. But hopefully they're gonna let this guy be who he is, be great, and coach him well. That's what my hope is. If not, it's gonna be another wasted quarterback.
we definitely don't want that. So
I definitely
good
don't
luck to
want
him
that.
and good luck to Chicago.
Yeah, good luck to them. For some reason, the Bears, it never works out for them up there. Um, but we're gonna move right along into some good stuff that Mr. Torrance is gonna talk about a little bit. Now, I did do a little research. You know, these NFL rules, the new rules. What you feel about those new
Wow.
rules? Because it's a lot. It's changing the game. I mean, we're gonna see kickoff returns all day long. You know, so I don't really even know would the offense be on the field.
I think the offense may be on the field. I hope so, but you know, there's a lot of changes that are going on, and I think when we brought up the subject amongst ourselves, it was kind of like because of the kickoff rules, and nobody, unless you looked at the XFL, or didn't know anything about the kickoff. Now, if you looked at the game on a couple of days ago, I think most people looked at the game for the new rules to try to figure out what's going on. So I'm going to try to see if I can explain it because it's one
I
of those
help
things
you
that
out.
I'm still
We
trying to
hit on
learn
that. Well,
also.
the first one I know. Let's start with the first one that I remember. The hip drop rule.
Okay,
The hip drop,
okay.
which is I think a normal, tackle right now. I think that's gonna really change the game a little bit. I don't know. I mean, I've never played, but to watch the sport as a female, that hip drop tackle when I read it and looked and see what exactly it entailed, wrapping their legs up, can't use both arms, a twisted body. Isn't that what you see on every wide receiver reception when they get tackled from out? Okay, could
It's
be me.
exactly everything that you see. It's everything that you see, and I've been watching that kind of tackle. It's a horrible tackle. When it's done, when we see it, it's horrible because somebody gets hurt. But here is my question: how do you tackle a 285-pound man? How do you can't hit him certain places anymore? You don't want to take out his knees anymore. You don't want to can't hit him in the head. How can you tackle somebody? Now the hip drop when you grab and twist and you just dropping all your weight on them, it's a horrible tackle. But what do you expect me to do now? All the rules have come to enforce offensive side of the ball for scoring. I get it. We like scoring. If you put the score on the board, we're all going to be sitting there watching the game. That's a simple yes. With that taking that tackle away, I'm just trying to figure out how do you really tackle somebody? You can't. Back in the day, you could hit, boom, people fall, but they were weighing 185 pounds. We all were 200 pounds. Now you're 250, 300 pounds, and these are tight ends. And if you see some of these big wide receivers who are not, how do you tackle them if you
I know.
don't use that?
I know
Now I
how you do
understand the
it.
safety concept in it. How do you do it?
I think you got to get some new strength coaches, and your biceps are going to have to look like your thigh. I don't know. You're going to have some really strong arms to be able to just do it, to pull someone down just with your upper body strength, this 280-pound tight end. So that's my problem with it. I just think it's going to really change the game, like how it's played. I hate this kickoff rule. And I think it's only for 1 year, though. I think it's only for 1 year and see how it goes. I really do think it's only for 1 year right now. They'll probably implement it, but the kickoff rule is horrible. You can enlighten us on that a little bit.
Well, kickoff rule is. Let me try to explain it. Now that you can you can have a kick the ball off, and the funny part I saw that caught my attention was you have somebody who can hold the ball now, so you can literally have a 12th man on the field, but he can't do anything. It's like he can grab the tee and run off, so he holds the ball and he runs off the field, which is interesting. Okay, that's fine. But now you're kicking the ball off, and there is a zone between the end zone and the 20-yard line that you can kick the ball off. If the ball falls in there, you have to return it. There is no fair catch. There
And
was
they're gonna be
nothing of
like
that
right
sort.
there across
You
from
have,
each other.
yes.
They're right
So
there.
that's the zone to catch it. And now you have people blocking you, and the offense, the kicking block is on the 35, and you're on the 40. So you're only 5 yards apart. So that does save you from that collision because you can't gain enough speed 5 yards to have that big collision. What happens is that collision can happen on that kickoff, that kick returner. Because you get through and boom, you hit it. But what it's supposed to do is reduce the collisions, maybe help with the scoring because now the blocking's further up. If you can get that running start from the returner and get through there, and it's going to bring a lot of trick plays on the special team side. Now the disappointment now there is no more onside kicks, and there's no surprise,
Oh, I didn't
no
even
more
think of
surprise onside
that.
kicks.
Mm.
So what
But
you
you
got to do
didn't
now?
ban it. They can still try to do it. What is it? It's got to go 5 yards. I don't know.
No, the rule now is only onside kicks are in the fourth quarter by the team that is losing, and you have to announce that you do it an onside kick. That's what you. That's
And I
the new
know that.
rule. So how in the world are you going to ever get one when you're down? When you're down in the last few minutes, you know the game is basically over. In my mind, I would like to see somebody execute it, which they probably will.
That's how
But
you get the ball
as of
back.
right now, you don't. You
You
better play
can't. You have
defense
no
because
chance.
no, there is no surprise. There's no onside kick. Again, you have to let them know that you're doing it. It's only in the fourth quarter, and it only can be the team that's down. So,
That's.
Wow, that's news to me. I did not know that. I'll be honest with you.
I promise. It's
so
it's
that's one
it's
of the things that it's. So that takes away from that. But other than that, like I said, I all every for the last whatever years I've been looking at football, that kickoff has been horrible because I'm like even when I played high school for 2 minutes, running down that field, getting hitting
I know
somebody or
exactly.
getting hit blindsided. That was horrible for me. So I can understand the rule change as you're getting bigger and stronger and making it safer. But
I mean, just
we'll
like
see. It's as you said, Farrah. It's only 1 year, but we they also said that the field goals moving back was going to be 1 year. Now that's implemented. That's going to stay. And every change they have put in there, they said maybe a year, and it's been permanent. So look forward to this is going to be it. And now you can maybe get a job as a special teams player now because it's a specialty actually right now for, because I had set up.
got it. No, that makes complete sense. But in my third and last one, I'm gonna leave it alone. That third challenge. If you win your challenge, you get a third. Man, the game is long enough. For God's sake, I love football and I watch it all day, but I think it's gonna extend the game. They want to, throw a challenge at everything that is not, it's a lot of challenge rules, a couple of challenge rules have changed, but the biggest one was they get a third challenge now. If they, were successful on their first and second, I think, something of that nature. But they get a third one now.
And I think another rule that they put in, what is called a no cheat motion. You see some teams who would have people in motion and then all of a sudden take down the field
Yeah.
right at the snap. It changed that. They outlawed that. That's a 15-yard penalty now, so they can't even do that. Now, the only teams that I was really seeing doing that last year, maybe San Francisco and maybe Miami, because they had Cheetah. Once he get that speed, there is no
Yeah.
way you're going to catch that person once he's going to shoot.
How many kickoff
You
returns is he
can't do
gonna
anything.
have this year?
I don't think he's going to even do it. I think
I mean, I think the
listen,
kicker's not gonna kick to nobody. Honestly, I think they're not even gonna.
listen,
It's not worth it because if not, we're just gonna see kickoff returns back and forth, back and forth. Honestly, if you're watching teams that have good kickoff returns, like you just said, Cheetah, he definitely is gonna kill somebody. That would be dumb. He would never get the ball. So I just personally just we're gonna see how it goes. Um, I just don't like the rule changes, but we'll see how they
but
implement
here,
them.
but here's my one question, and I'm going to present to everyone, both of you actually. Now, they're making these rules to make things safer for these players, correct? This is all player safety. We don't want people to get hurt. We don't want such and such. Then how can you explain to me trying to add other football games to a season? How is that safe for a player when you're giving them more opportunities to get hurt because you're playing more games? Now I understand it's financial. Everybody's going well,
They want
owners
more
going to make
money,
money.
more
Owners going
games,
to make
more
money.
money.
I get that. But how's that helping player safety? You're doing everything on the field you're telling us to make it safer, and you're adding games. So instead of having 12,000 collisions, now I'm getting an extra 1,000 collisions for another game. How can y'all?
Because they're in
Can
it for the
anybody
money.
explain how
They're
that
in
works?
it for the money. I mean, that's all it is. They want to extend the games so they can make more profit, and they're like, well, let's throw these safety rules in here. That'll make them feel better on that side. Kind of like politics. I want an office. Here's my
Yeah.
vote. Let me tell you what I'm gonna do, but it really doesn't matter. So in the end, I just personally think it's all about money. The owners, TV, everybody wins when they're playing another game. So, and we love it as fans. But we, us respectable fans, understand what it does to their bodies and what they have to go through. But to throw these dumb rules in to make it seem like they're making it better just to add more games, I think it's just a political type situation for the NFL.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, as fans, who wouldn't want another game on the season, right? You
Exactly.
know, extend that a little bit. That's always cool. But then you start, with that you find, that you lose quality, right, if you will, right. The reason we watch the game is because it's so interesting. We love our teams and just enjoying the game in general. But once you start adding and implementing different rules, and it takes away from the game, and that extra game doesn't mean nothing to me no more. That just I
It
don't
was
really
It
care.
was
Like
Jerry's
it just
idea, I
it's
heard.
gonna now I'm gonna not want to watch. It might as well just watch some flag football in that case. You know what I mean? Because that's almost what it feels like. And so I think that's kind of what it is. I think it's gonna take some I don't know some trial, some error. They'll figure it out. But I mean, a lot of that I've seen from the players themselves. I mean, they're not very happy with it. Just adding another game to it. Just kind of like Torrence said, it's a lot. You're taking 1,000 extra hits just for an extra game. So and then
Well,
you might start seeing some time management or what is it like in the NBA,
like
right? Why
exactly holding people back
you can
from
have
sitting out, either that and wanting more money. You think they're fussing about contracts now? They're gonna want a lot more money to play 4 more games. Whatever the case is. I personally just say forget it. Give them the CFL rules, speed the damn game up. Let the let the wide receivers take off for the ball snap.
if
I
it
love
ain't
the
broke,
CFL.
don't fix it.
But I mean, that's what they're doing. You may as well. It speeds the game up, that type thing. I love the CFL. Shout out to Calgary Stampeders, my nephew's team, Demario Houston, holla at y'all boy. He'll be playing tomorrow. Y'all catch him. But definitely,
Did you do a family shout out?
I did,
Did you
man.
just
My
do a
dad, come
family shout
on. I
out?
have a whole podcast. My nephew was a leading interception leader in the CFL last year. Yes, I'm gonna shout him out. And anybody else that I know that is very successful, I do. I try to give kudos where I can, but yeah, shout out to my nephew. Um, he already hit me up like, "Yo, when am I gonna be on the show?" I'm like, "In the middle of your season," but he loves me. So definitely shout out to them. But just wanted to go over those little NFL rules. It's about to start up, the season. So we're gonna see how it go. I love to see about mid-season how we feel about it then. Um, so definitely. But on to the next. Well, only thing that's really on right now, y'all already know those good old Paris Olympics. The Paris Olympics. How are y'all feeling so far? How y'all liking everything?
Me?
Yeah, towards you. Oh yeah, Kenny said he was under the weather, so we'll get him when we can. He looks like he
Yeah,
feel
we
all
leave
right.
him
I
alone.
think he faking.
He's Cowboy fans. They always faking something. Um, but the Olympics. Well, right now in my background, I can see Puerto Rico beating the U.S. basketball team. I don't know why I'm seeing that,
Oh,
but they're
I
leading them
have it
right now.
on too. I do have it on too. I'm so glad. Dang, I'm glad. I'm sorry. We done went all off subject. You sure right. I
But
cannot wait to see them play Canada. But go ahead, Torrent.
but so far, it has been great for what it's been. The sports that we really didn't care about, they made us start caring about, which is great. We knew that the legend of the gymnast Simone was going to do her thing,
Oh
and
yeah,
we're so
we're about
happy
to
and we
get to
cheered
her.
that.
Yes, yes.
You know what I'm saying? We are watching swimming, which I don't. Equestrian, which I don't pay attention to. I'm sitting there watching rugby and beach volleyball. I always watch for some reason. We're not gonna go into
Yeah,
those
we
conversations.
we know why you watching beach. You know what?
This is one of my favorites. But
Where's your wife?
I'm watching sports that I would not be paying attention to, and then I'm watching people that I would never know. And one of my favorite people would become the little French dude from the swimmer. What his name?
We're gonna get him.
Leon Merchant or whatever.
Yeah, Leon, I got him on here. We're gonna talk about him in just a couple minutes. Yeah, he was a newcomer. I ain't know nothing about that kid, but I mean, it's
I
swimming.
had no idea. He's killing the game, and then again, I'm looking forward to what's about to come. Now, starting yesterday, looking at the track and field, which is
Oh
the thing that we
man,
all sit there watching.
we've
We
been
sitting there
waiting.
watching, you know. And then of course I got a complete bias coming on. And there's somebody from Georgetown, South Carolina, running
Y'all, did you
female
see that?
100s. I'm like,
The first
yeah,
African American won fencing. Brandy just let us know. So that's what's up. I didn't
okay.
even know that. Um, so
I
first, a
didn't, I
shout
didn't know
out
we
to him.
fenced.
I,
I didn't even know we fenced.
look,
Hold
it's a
on.
lot of stuff out there. I'm like, what? All right. Hey,
So,
what? It's nothing we
yes,
can't do, but hey,
there is nothing we can't do.
nothing we
So
can't
far,
do.
I'm enjoying it. And it's the weirdest thing because me and my wife talked about it. It's like we've been sleeping with the television on. It's been on NBC. So in the middle of the night, we're waking up watching whatever's happening in the middle of the night. So it has caught our attention, and for the first time in a long time. So,
I feel like I'm in
what about you,
Paris.
Fair?
I feel like I'm in Paris because first, no, not because I'm, because I feel like I'm there because of this time difference. I can't. It took me all week. Like if I was there, it took me all week to get on their time zone. It took me all week to figure out when they're playing this shit on TV. I'm like, okay, in the morning. I mean, even like I'm watching this again, so it took me a little bit, Um, but that was a little troubling just trying to figure out where. Hey, Tasha, glad you could join. But definitely, I've enjoyed the Olympics. I don't know if I missed breakdancing or not. I gotta, Brandy, you got to look that up for
You
me.
haven't found it. I've been trying.
I,
Listen, I've been looking at USA, NBC,
they making some
Peacock.
money
I'm
off of this.
looking
These
for it.
TV stations are. I mean, they have them. I just found 4 stations in the 200s that show all kinds of stuff without even having to go to Peacock. So it's all over the place. Hopefully, everybody out there is able to watch it the way you would like to. But the scheduling is a little crazy. But I do appreciate them not playing in the middle of the night like Tokyo. So it's a little bit better. At least you can wake up in the morning, watch it all day, and the evening is just a replay. So definitely, that good way. But we need to talk about the lady. I think you brought her up. Well, before we go to her, since I don't have her on the list, Shakari, we got to bring up Dallas's own. She did a thing yesterday. I don't know if y'all watched it. I know you did. But I was a little troubled. She did really well. She won. She blew him out. Her heat. The second heat was faster than her heat. Which had
Mhm.
the Jamaican, another chick. I don't remember the first two, but they beat her time. I know she didn't give all she had, but I guarantee. And they're going to be in the semis today. Is it today?
Yes, the semis. What she has the hardest
Oh,
semis with all those people you saw in that speed
and I'm like, they
to
should.
be in that semi.
And I thought that should be the final. Maybe they would separate the heats, but they're not. Only two goes through, and then the rest of goes off timing. I think they're gonna go one, two, three, and I think the time will get the third one in. But my God, this is almost like the final for this semi.
Just imagine though, if this semi is like that, what's gonna happen in that final? So you right, you're gonna get two or three of those from that one, and then you're gonna get the fastest two or three from the next two. It is gonna be a monster when you come to that. And yesterday I didn't even worry about it. She was like cruising. It was
Yeah,
like
she
she was jogging
was.
and they were like going. And I'm like, with no effort, she was separating herself. Imagine when she puts
I'm
her,
not
let's
nervous.
go. I'm about to win this.
I'm not nervous, but
So
it shows that this is about to be on. When I seen that second race, I was like, okay, this is about to be a great final. Kenny, did you get to catch it?
Yeah, I didn't catch it, but I did catch like the replays and clips and stuff. Man, it's crazy. And going back to y'all's point, just kind of the Olympics in general, it's something about it. It's just been like, kind of catching my attention a bit more, just here and there, just seeing everything. I mean, it's pretty cool, just kind of seeing stuff like you said during the middle of the day. Um, yeah, so that's cool, and yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to that final. I think that's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, Torrence fact check that for me. Somebody on here let me know. Tasha, yeah, it's gonna be flames coming out. Do you understand? They might burn that whole damn stadium down. I don't know them. They're gonna need a sidetrack because it is about to be crazy. But I'm excited about it. Somebody let me know when is that final. It's too many games coming on for me to keep it up. Um, but definitely. But we're gonna go to the goat. Okay, the goat. Miss Simone and team, because that's basically what it is. Simone and team. I do appreciate them. I'm not taking anything. Shout out to the U.S. A gymnastics team, but it is Simone Bounce and team. Uh, what you guys? what you guys feel about this lady is amazing. I'm showing she's the most decorated gymnast. Not the most decorated Olympian, but the most decorated gymnast. On Tuesday she had 8, I believe. She has 8 total. Do you guys know she has 38 medals? Like World Games, Olympics. She good
I've not
gracious.
heard that number, but I don't doubt
It's
it.
38. It's 38. Fact check me. I'm here. I'm here for it. It's 38. She got with 2 goals right now, and she's probably gonna get a few more. But Simone, kudos to her. Torrence, how you feeling about Simone's over here representing us the way she does?
Listen, I am amazed of what this young lady can do. Um, when you're in a sport that is individual but also team, and you are so good that they're naming things after you that you're doing.
Okay.
So for the future, they're gonna be doing a bios. That so, but in a sense, how's that fair? You're doing things they've never seen and nobody else can do. So there's no doubt you should be winning these gold medals. And she's doing it with class and dignity and coming off the last Olympics when she had that moment and everybody was, my God, what's going on? She recognized in herself that I needed help. I can't do this right now. This is not working for me. She took a step back. And then come back after she was like, I'm not doing this. It's an amazing concept, and I love to see her doing it. And I'm sitting there and I watch her smile, and she's enjoying it and having a great time.
Interjection. She just won another gold. Like, while we
Yeah, I see.
Yeah, it's her
talking.
10th.
Cause she need her own song. If I could be like
Man,
Mike, I need I need a new one for Simone. God knows.
look, all I know is kind of to your point. I mean, her athleticism is off the charts. Like, if you gotta look at it in a different perspective. Like, she can legitimately, jump as high as these NBA
I mean, she
players
could do.
and get up there with them. Like, not even exaggerating. It is insane.
I looked, and I actually did look
I
up
actually
to
saw
see
I saw
those
something.
springs. The springs are not what you would think. Because I was like, you know what? Let me look it up. Maybe this is like a trampoline, but I did look them up this week, and it's
No,
not giving her the jump that she's doing. That is all power. That is all her, and she jumps so high. Her difficulty so high. She can do bad on her jumps and different stuff because her points are so high. It's above what even I think me and Torrence were talking about that. We were talking about that before we started. You can't even her messing up her low score will still beat their high score.
Yeah, would be their high score. And that's piggybacking what you said, Kitty. I was watching her floor exercise, so there are no springs whatsoever. And on the floor exercise, she got up to what 11.9 feet from off the floor to do that.
I
Excuse me,
didn't
she
like
could
her
dunk and
music
come down,
though.
hold on the rim, look at you,
I didn't
and
like
be
her
like,
music
"Wow."
though.
crazy.
I didn't like the music. That's all I got. Sorry, I'm petty as hell. I didn't like the music. I was like, what? But anyway, that what we was there for. But yeah, that girl is. I give her the biggest kudos ever. She needs to play a sport or something outside of gymnastic. Like she needs to be basketball playing something. I don't know. She's powerful. And I love the way her husband is supporting her. He's even paying those fines to come to games. To be
See, there are no fines. He left Green Bay and is going to be playing in Chicago. And when he signed his new contract, he told him a part of my contract is I have to go over there and watch my wife perform. And they wrote it in his contract so he could go. And they are not charging him anything. And he will be back on Monday from that, be back on the field. So
NFL
look
hooks
at
W.
us a
that.
damn year. Do you somebody get him a trophy? Somebody get him. Somebody, I'm gonna send him a razzle dazzle apple. Let me find out where they live in Houston. If I Brandy's sister live in Houston, I'm gonna get Brandy's brother-in-law to try to find that address. I'm gonna do a porch drop off. But no, kudos to him. He is an awesome. He's pretty awesome. I was trying to read some of these. The spring flooring helps absorb some of the shock of the linen. That's about it. That's because your feet don't burn. Y'all know how we jump off something. I don't know if it's because we older, but you know that thing that hit them feet go up through your leg. We were just talking about that. I promise you, it's the worst pain in the world to jump off something. So Tasha, hopefully she ain't getting that burn when she land. That helps absorb that shit because that is painful. That is painful.
Well, she's 4 foot whatever, so that it doesn't go all the way up as some of us. It doesn't get a chance. It just bounces in for
Okay.
herself. But yeah,
Okay.
she is
Yeah.
amazing, and I love them as a couple. I love her whole thing. I love seeing her family and the excitement in
Yes.
there, and I'm like how they're taking it all in. She's not 16 years old. I was looking at the rest of the team. There's a 16-year-old in there, and I can
Yeah.
see her future gonna be there for the next 3 or 4 Olympics. And I love how it's gonna be passed on from one to another. I can see that's happening. But right now, I'm just, my life, I've seen many goats. We saw Jordan, and we may not have appreciated when we were looking at it. We looking at LeBron, but her, I'm taking a step back, and I'm just enjoying everything about her. Because
I mean, it's a once
I
in a
want my daughter
lifetime
to be like that.
situation. It's a once in a lifetime. So
Yes,
if we don't appreciate it now, we had, I don't forgot the little kid name back when we were kids. Remember the one that flipped, broke her ankle, and she still won the gold for us? I don't, what's her name?
what
You
was
know
it?
what I'm talking
That
about?
wasn't Mary
Somebody
Lou
help me.
Retton. I think
Mary Lou Retton, I believe it was her. She was all, we wanted the cereals all day. Okay, we did not like Frosted Flakes, but I wanted because Mary Lou Retton was on that damn thing. Because, I did do
yeah.
like 1 year of gymnastics and quit. We had to perform and do some flips at our Apple Festival. Don't laugh at my country ass town, but I love my Lincoln
My
County.
fault.
But as soon as I knew we had to perform, quit. I'm not going out there and flipping, but I did take a little thing at it. Carry shrug. There it is, Tasha. Tasha.
Tasha said, "Karen Shrug, thank you,
She
thank you very
flipped
much."
and broke that
That's who it
leg when
was.
they wrapped up. And I think she had
And,
the Russian
and she,
coach. He was the man back in the day. I don't remember his name. I do remember. So yeah,
him and his
definitely.
wife, I can remember those two.
Yeah, I don't even know if they're still alive. I feel like I seen them at the last Olympics, but maybe I don't know. But I do remember them. But that's how well they are. Hey Janice, thank you for joining. So definitely shout out to the gymnasts over here. They are representing us well. Have represent. I think got a couple more individual things. They want to go. Did what they were supposed to do. Um, and we'll talk about a little
I
bit
think
later
she
how
has a
much they
chance to
get
win a
paid
couple of
for it.
more.
She does, and we're gonna talk a little bit later about how much they get paid to do this.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
will have to talk about that. So
yeah. So definitely, but we're gonna go on to the man that you was talking about earlier. Remember him? You was asking about him. He is
oh,
awesome.
the young French dude.
He is awesome. Leon Marchand. Now I did a little research on this dude. Cause he just came out of the water. We all Michael Phelps, Michael Phelps, Michael Phelps. We don't care if you smoke a little bit in DC, but Michael Phelps, Michael Phelps, Michael Phelps. He's all
Listen,
American.
his first time Michael Phelps got caught, he was on the campus of the University of South Carolina, so we're proud of that.
Well,
So
you
let's
know
let
what?
that go.
I can't even hate on him because Michael Phelps. He opened up this little pool up the street. There's some neighborhood that has like Olympic swimming pools and stuff out here by me. So shout out to him. But anywho, we're gonna talk about Leon. Look, little Leon, understand me. If you have not watched this guy, he ain't little Leon. He's pretty tall, but he is awesome. I don't talk too much about other countries. He is from France, but of course they use America for everything. He actually swims for Arizona State. He's a Sun Devil. Yeah, he
Okay,
swims for Arizona
okay.
State, and he actually been training for the Olympics at UT over here in University of Texas. Now they ain't got nothing in France for you. All right. And I believe he actually
Wow.
uses Michael Phelps' coach, his old coach. I do remember hearing something about that. So uh, he's great, but
I think I heard that.
I think I credit his greatness to our training here in the United States. But anywho, but I do want to shout him out. That guy he's 22 years old. He has 4 medals so far. He has a few more he's gonna
Four
get.
gold medals.
4 gold.
Four
My bad.
gold
My
medals.
bad.
He has
4 gold.
four races,
Gold.
4 goals. We gonna have to represent. Like I said,
Yeah.
I'm happy for him. I'm happy for France has a hero.
Fine. Yeah.
It's
And
your
they're
home
at
game.
home
You gotta have
game.
to have somebody.
They need it.
You know,
They
so you
deserve
gotta
it.
have somebody. They deserve it, and he is. I haven't seen. I've seen some of his races. I didn't see if he raced against any Americans, which
watched
doesn't mean that
because
means
we
I don't have to
sorry this year.
run against him.
We're not doing that good
So,
this year, so don't
yeah.
worry about that.
So, but I was happy. I'm happy for him, and I hope he continue success. And now that you say he's family, Arizona, Texas, he's from family. Even more, I'm gonna cheer for him even more now.
Leon, Paul talking about Leon is a great name. First off, Where did they get Lee? I don't know. I'm not even gonna get it in, but Leon sounds like one of our older generation names, but that's just me
Hold on,
personally.
hold on. Two things. They pronounce it Leon,
Okay, my
and
bad.
and if
Leon.
and and if you know me, and I'm not putting my business out there, if anybody who knows my middle name, there's a
Are
little
we?
play in that on
Is
that.
it?
So
Are
once
we
you say the
hitting
older generation, I
nerves?
had to
Is
stop
it?
you.
Ain't TT Leon? Is it? TT
I'm not gonna
Leon.
give
God dog
you.
it. I got a
Hold
new
on.
one forever. TT
So
Leon.
I'm not gonna give my middle name out, but it's a play on that, and it's yeah.
Leon
That's
is
all I'm
bad
gonna say.
enough.
So
Wow,
when
you
you
can add more letters to that shit. Leon is enough. You added more.
yes,
Wait a minute. Let's think about this.
give,
Leon Cleefus. I mean, you from South Carolina, so we got Leon. Y'all help me out here. I can't even
you know,
imagine. My
I
shout
hope
out
none
to
of my
your
friends pop
dad,
up on here.
Paul, Mr. Leon. But see, he's from the town that he should have been named Leon. Leon. Y'all ain't gonna get me on French. Stop. It's Leon.
Say, listen.
Then last week we said
Hope
it
none
ain't
of
where
my
you
friends
from,
pop
it's
up
where
on
you
here.
at. Leon.
Shoot, you know what I'm saying? Just don't let
Ah,
my friends pop up and tell me my middle name because we be in trouble in this conversation. So
TT
okay.
Leon, and I'm gonna figure this out. I know your wife, no, I know you. I'm gonna get her. I'm sorry, right? We
Well, she'll tell
cool,
you in a minute.
and I can't
She will tell
wait to
you in a
get that
minute.
information. I'll be back, y'all. I will let.
Whew.
I'm looking right. I will
No.
let y'all know. TT Leon. The
Wow.
Oh God, okay, y'all. Okay, I promise I'm back. That tore my chest out. So let's go on back over to some stuff I really wanted to talk about today. That 3-on-3, 3-on-3, USA 3-on-3. I feel like we're
Now,
disgracing
before you,
ourselves over here right now. But y'all go ahead. I'm gonna leave this alone. I'm gonna lay that there. Yeah, I'm gonna
now
lay that there.
women and men, and I
Mm-mm.
think somebody asked me, one of my friends asked me, does even men have the a 303 team? Yeah,
I'm gonna put the
but
picture. I
you,
want y'all to see the people. If you have not watched, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut y'all, but this is so serious to me because this is one of my favorite sports. This is my love. I'm gonna, now you go
but
ahead. Now
but
I'm gonna let the people
but,
look at it.
but
Now, if
as
you
you,
didn't
as
know
you
the
put the
team, there they
as you
go.
put the picture up,
There they
as you
go.
put the picture up, number one, I didn't know any of the men's team except one who played at BYU 20 years ago. I remember him, and
Very
then we
because the
have
only reason you remember him is because he showed his tail in the NCAA March Madness. That's
that's
the
it.
only reason I remember him.
One
Federer.
time.
He put a couple teams out shooting threes. I remember. That's all I remember. I remember the name. But the
And
picture
then
is even fuzzy. I couldn't even find a clear picture for them. That's how much respect they're giving them even on the internet. You know, Brittany did the best she
now,
could.
and one of those kids also is Rick Barry's son. So if you remember Rick Barry from old school, he got like 30 sons apparently, and one of them played for him. But my thing is this: the women are
Yes.
playing better because after they lost their first three, they've won 3 or 4 in a row now. So they are getting better. They did remember they did have an injury because one of their players got hurt during the WNBA season. The young lady from Stanford, the number one pick, the second pick from Stanford, she got hurt, so she was supposed to be there. But I don't understand if you're making a big effort to win regular basketball, men's and women's. Why aren't you using these pro athletes? Other than I think there's one or two on the women's side
Well, it was
play in the WNBA.
when I looked, it was kind of some stipulations. Don't quote me, but Paul made a good statement. Why not use Ice Cube's Big Three? That is awesome. I would say use Ice Cube's Big Three. Ooh, that's what
I agree.
Paul. Who we got to contact? Because Ice Cube always
You
here. They always here. They always over there in Frisco playing. Sometimes when they had a big three when they come here. So, Paul, we gonna get together. We need to find him, inbox him or something. Did get in the DM, but we may need to use them. But this is it's actually sad. I think there's some rules around it. The NBA, of course, they're not gonna let their players play in this. I believe is more or less they're gonna keep those people. I'm gonna go to these dummies first, but they're gonna keep those people for the NBA. Nobody who wants to play for this. It's a new sport. Nobody wants to play. So no one who's on this team has a ton of experience. Federer, I think, played for the Suns several years back. But other than that, there's really no rhyme or rule. They had like a little training camp or something in February somewhere. And even when I read the names that was there, eh, it was like eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch a rabbit by his toe. That's what the list looked like that of the people that was there. And minimum G League, say some of these G League kids, but the big three, um, let them play on the men's national team. Why not on 303? I mean, I get it. It's just that they're not winning. We created basketball here. Here, this is our sport. We're over there dominating, with the USA team 5-on-5 rather. But then we go over for 3-on-3 and look crazy. Yeah, they're coming back. I seen a little game the other night, but they're definitely. I don't know if they're gonna win gold, but to me, it's just kind of embarrassing. I just didn't like it. I don't know the pool of people, and I know with the women there was. They have to play, sanctioned teams or something. They have to be on the national team to do it. I don't know. It's some rules around who they pick, and so with those rules, you're never gonna have the great players to come and do it. Basically, that's just not gonna
The
happen.
great players gonna be playing regular basketball anyway. They're never going to do it. Like I said, last Olympics, the women's 3-on-3 did win the gold. Keep them that.
They did.
And this one,
but they had Kelsey
they
Plum.
do have a couple of players.
No, they had Kelsey Plum. It was the team that they had. That was a whole different team. Come on, this team. Yep. Now, shout out, to old girl, one of them, Henry. They all doing. Yeah, they're doing okay. They're doing okay.
And Howard.
Howard. Shout out to her. One of my Sarah. They probably Sport Incorporated. Yes,
of
she
course,
is.
Of course.
But they're doing good. And Van Leaf. Van Leaf, she did win the game the other night. Okay, she did. I think sent in overtime or something. But Van Leaf would not have been my pick to play on any national team. Let's start with she couldn't even complete her task in the national championship 2 years in a row. So wow. I even through the season, think about it. Even when you watched LSU and she's gone, I don't even know where she's going. I don't know where.
TCU.
Who?
She's at TCU now.
No,
she's at TCU.
She deserved to be there. TCU, they ain't doing nothing. So it's fine. She needs to be over there. But I just don't like her as a guard. She's left-handed and she shoot left-handed, but really act like she can't dribble left-handed. I just didn't like her guard play. She got burned defensive-wise. She was always the weak link, even on a college team, much less sending her over to represent our country. That's all I'm saying. I think this is going to help elevate her, get her where she wants to, because she transferred that portal and she lives there. I mean, I think she got a dorm room in that damn thing. So she may go to another place, or maybe she thinks this is going to get her stock up for the WNBA, but I guarantee you she's not going to get drafted. She's not going to make a WNBA team. She just does not have the skill to be in the WNBA. I don't know why she's on this team, but, she's decent, but I don't know why she's on this team. She's not even good in college to me. Sorry, I've been waiting.
Wow,
that's a take. That's a take right there.
Sorry. I got that off my chest. I feel bad. I went to therapy just now. Go ahead.
Well, the kind of defender, she did well at Louisville. That's what she got.
She should have stayed there, but another LeBron.
I
jumping.
I don't disagree. She should have stayed there. And on the side note, TCU will be really good this year. And when you get a chance, Aaron, this is my shout out. They do play the University of South Carolina women's on December 8th down there in Fort Worth.
We getting our tickets.
TCU
when we getting out? When they go on sale? Next week.
We roll it down. Yeah, we roll it down there. We gonna catch the game.
I'm ready.
Yeah,
I'm ready for it.
Like I said, they need to put a better team in. The men's, they could decide players that they don't pick, or maybe some of those college players that they'll work out with them. Maybe they should put them on 3-on-3, or as the young man Paul said, the big three from Ice Cube. And like I said, what it's going to take is for us to care. And if they look bad, that's when we're going to start caring. That's the same thing that happened to the regular basketball. Once they lost, that's when they decided to put the pros there. Like, hold on, we're America. We don't lose in basketball. And maybe that's what it is. When they care, maybe they make a difference.
A couple more Olympics. Because if they don't, it's not really that fun to watch. And the way they vote these games in and out now, they may not even be there 3-on-3 in a couple of years. Thank you, Tasha. Thank you. She's been in college for 7 damn years now. She has a master's, a doctorate, all that.
Going to law school. She want to be a lawyer. Well, how's that different than the dude who played for North Carolina last year?
Who
What
are you?
about the dude who played for North Carolina last year? Bangkok, he was year 22
No,
at Carolina, wasn't he?
Bangkok stayed 5 years. I think he got redshirted or something in between that.
He
Don't
ain't
talk
never got
about
it.
my.
He played
Don't talk
22
about
years.
North Carolina, Mr. South Carolina. Don't even do that because we don't even know what a Gamecock is. So just stop. On the women's side,
Listen, it doesn't matter.
don't you dare bring it up on the SEC on the men's side. Don't even try. Stick to your women over there. Don't do it. Mm-mm.
No.
No.
First, let me explain. A gamecock is simply a butt kicking chicken. So you better recognize who we are in
All right.
all senses of words. Number one. And we do play other sports. We just win championships in basketball right now. But we play other sports.
Okay.
We're coming along. Let us get there. So,
But when you talk about basketball, Carolina Tar Heels don't. You know better. You
here
know
we
better.
go.
You right on the border, man. You know the rules. You know the damn rules. But gosh, this how people act on Saturday mornings. But let's go on. This is one of our last topic. This is hilarious to me, right, y'all. This is totally how much is earned? How much y'all think is earned for these Olympic medals? How much you think these when I look this stuff up we're gonna talk about the dollar signs first. We ain't gonna talk about the bartering in some of these third world countries and what they getting. Um, y'all, it is horrible. So they really just do not make any money when it comes to these medals. Now we don't. Let me change that. We don't. We don't make no money. The Americans, we are like maybe 14th or something, 12th or 14th in how much you get paid per medal. Um, Go Cow. Paul. I done came on your thing earlier today and told you how I feel about them Cowboys. And you go come over here. I know where you work. I don't know where you live, but I know where you work.
There we go, Paul. Now we cooking. You know what I'm
I
saying?
know where you work, and I will roll up in there. Okay. We was at the old building. The security didn't even let me in, but don't come on here with that mess. But anyway, um, the Paris Olympics and how much these people pay. I know it's more. It has to be more of a goal, a self goal, something you want to do, more pride, that type of thing, representing your country. Because the dollars just don't make sense. Um, it just don't. So for these people, as you can say, for Hong Kong is paid. Hong Kong gets paid. Do y'all understand? I'm going back. I'm trying to go to Hong Kong. I'm not understanding why if you from Hong Kong, you live here and you want to play for us, and I'll go home. They're getting paid. Was that $768,000 for a gold medal? You see?
768,000 for a goal. Yes, I'm changing my citizenship and I'm gonna figure out how to do archery or something, and I'm gonna be the next Olympics, buddy. I'm telling you right
Do that
now.
speed walk?
That
Because I
is
think I can do that
crazy.
speed walk, boy. I'm trying to tell you, I can do this. I am go. I'm
Dude,
from
$768,000 for a gold
700
medal.
for a gold medal. Okay. I mean, you talking about bronze? I mean, you cutting right under 200. Yo, I can deal it. I can dig it. I can dig it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Meanwhile, the this or couldn't pay her rent. We gonna get to that, Brandy. You show right. You show right. Because the thing is I don't know how they do their players over there. We have to get there on our own. We don't have any no help. Yeah, you made the team. Get over there. Whatever country it is, good luck. So I can't imagine what people go through living daily lives because these aren't professional sports daily that these people play. Besides NBA, those type people, these are people work every single day, and this is just a craft that they played in college, still do select teams. So they're just regular people. They're not millionaires. So I just
Yeah.
think it's really funny that the United States gives us $38,000. $38,000.
Now, I'm
30.
going to admit, now some of those countries they have federations and they raise these athletes and they build they do whatever they do for these people to be the best that they can in sports.
Mhm.
That's an advantage that some countries have versus ours, where
China
we
does that, and
again.
you don't even see their name on here in the top 15. I got like at least 12 to 15 on here. That mean they on down the list, okay? And you know what they do to
So
them.
so some do that and an advantage, but the payout is different. Like we were talking about Hong Kong, 768. There was one country I don't remember. They get paid, plus they get a luxury apartment, plus they give them a car. I don't remember which country that is, but I'm still trying to figure that out. But my thought about it all is, in the United States, 38,000. My thought is, you work all your life. You work, get to that 4 years. You work, and basically can't work outside of that. get money to get the gold and get you maybe $38,000. A silver gives you what 17, and a bronze gives you something around 10. Now, people can always say, "Well, look, Shikari, may only get 37,000, but look at all the advertising. Look at all the other stuff she gets, endorsements she getting. I get
They
it,
don't. They don't. You do know that
but
Simone only made $100,000 in on field races this year,
yeah, and she makes
and
millions
she
off.
makes
But
seven point
okay,
one million a year.
now name another one of them gymnasts. I'm a name drop again. Melissa Jefferson. That's the young lady from Georgetown, South Carolina. How much does she make? How many endorsements have you seen? How many commercials have you seen her in? So the majority of these people are not making the endorsement money. You will see those ones who will make that money. They will be good. But I'm working for 4 years to say, oh, my country's proud of me to get a gold medal. Now, once I get it, maybe I get that endorsement. But But building up to that, I'm living off whatever I can scrap up, and my family can pay for me.
Exactly.
Maybe a little bit something. Now with NIL money, I don't know. They get in college, they can get a
That's a
little
little
side now,
different.
which is
Yeah,
greatness. That's a
that's
little
different.
different. But now I realize growing up why I used to hear all these athletes complain about that because they had that amateur status, and as long as you amateur, you can't do anything, and these people didn't get paid. I couldn't imagine. And I can go to a country and happen to win an event, and I make 768,000. My 4 years of hard work, yes. If I calculate
Yeah.
that, it's great.
He said,
I mean, but you got to do understand. Yeah, we're making 38,000. I get the dollar amount. You guys see it, but there are some countries that are bartering. Like you said, someone got an apartment. I have seen where Brandy is stupid. And that's because we was looking this stuff up. She said, "Give me my 5 bags of rice." It is a lot of countries that give rice. Um,
Hmm.
I mean, they're giving them like little gifts, trinkets. I mean, just stupid stuff. Food, 2 pigs and a goat. I'm dead serious. You can Google this. Some of those countries they are getting things like that. There's no monetary contributions, nothing. Like Brandon said, give me my 5 bags of rice and go about your day. But um, Hong Kong is doing the thing. Japan up. We are acting like we are. I think that's like Section 8 kind of money. I don't know. Some old poverty kind of money. I don't know. I'm just saying we make too much money. We're big. We're supposed to be the biggest country here, and look where we are on the list. And then opposed to when you think about getting 5 bags of rice, a goat, or something like that,
I
I
think,
guess it's
and I think
okay.
Great Britain don't give you anything. I think you're from England, they
Nothing.
don't give anything. I think it's like, listen, congratulations, you're on the team. Good, thank you for winning us a medal. I'll at you. I
Exactly. They
think that's
might
all
get
they
some
do.
free food at McDonald's if the local man knew him. So, but you are over there for pride. These people work their whole lives to do this stuff. So it's a little funny, but it is. Eh, I want a little bit more when
Yeah.
I see this other money. So, but hey, they do what they do. So, just want to go into our small business break just for a second. I just want to recognize a small business. Let's see. And this week, we are actually going to recognize Mrs. Stephanie's Empanadas. Now, anybody that knows me know I love this place. They were going to be the first person that I recognize after my own businesses. Stephanie Empanadas, they are a husband, well, they're about to get married in August, husband and wife duo. They are from the East Coast originally. Well, they moved from Maryland, so I'll give them that kudos. I think that's what our connection is. But it's Argentinian style food. Um, she makes the best empanadas in the world. Me, I do not try food. I don't. But her empanadas, she gets everything flown in from Argentina, all of the ingredients. It's ridiculous. Ridiculous. Okay, I don't care how much it costs. Yes, swipe the card. But you guys check her out. Support our local small business. She does deliver all that good stuff. Frozen, cook, whatever you need. She's at Sibo's Kitchen, usually on the weekends. That is in Frisco. I think anybody up here in North Dallas knows about Main Street and how you walk and eat. Yeah, she's on down that way, off of Main Street at Sibo's Kitchen. But all of her information is online. You see it website. Y'all look her up. Support our small business. Shout out to Stephanie's Empanadas, my favorite here in Dallas. All
Thanks. I need
righty.
somebody to go for lunch. I need
Right.
somewhere to go for lunch. I'm
You
on
ain't
my
gotta
way.
go. She'll deliver it to you, homie. I'm talking about same day. You can go in there right now and say, I need delivery for 1 p.m. And it will be at your door whether you want it hot or you want it frozen, and you can cook them yourself in your air fryer. Baby, she sells
We
it with meat,
we
all chicken. She even do dessert ones. And her, what you call that green sauce they put on it? Which chimichurri. Oh, Lord Jesus.
Mm.
I buy extra and use it on my meat, okay? Cook with it. That's how good. That's oh Jesus. Anyway, don't even get me because y'all gonna make
definitely.
me have to put my order in after this show.
Oh,
Okay,
mm-hmm.
I'm back.
You're gonna have to drop that link again, Farrah, because
I used to try to get you
Yeah, we gonna.
to order. Remember we
I
I said
know.
always. So
Yeah.
I've been on her for a very long time. So I just want to make sure I give her, a shout out. But now we are going to go into our last news you can use. This was funny. I don't Torrence behave. I'm gonna give a disclaimer. Behave. I mean, when I do this this news you can't use, I promise you guys, this is in the most formal flattery. Um, I promise. I promise. But this right here was hilarious to me. Okay. Let me go ahead and save that. Give it to you.
Thank you,
Some
Brandy,
news
for
that
putting it
can't use.
in the chat.
What she put in the chat? Oh, she put the link for Stephanie. I
Oh,
got
Oh,
yes,
you.
there
she
we go.
did.
That's what I'm talking about. Flavor Flav, y'all. He is the Olympic Samaritan. He's the Olympic
Yes.
Samaritan. Um.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the day the women's 100-meter finals.
Tonight, yeah.
Said Tasha.
The semifinal and the finals tonight. Yeah.
That's
Mm-hmm.
why me and T Sizzle we get. I can't wait for you to come to Dallas. But yes, Flavor Flav, the Good Samaritan of the Olympics. Just wanted to shout him out a little bit. Flavor Flav, I guess we got to get him get him some TV stands. We ain't seen him in a while, but he did pay for the women's water polo team to go to the Olympics. Like I was saying earlier, they just work regular jobs. Nobody's paying for them to get over there, which I do think is a great thing. But it is some news we can't use. But Flav, he's over there helping out, and then him and I don't know who the other lady was. Maybe I don't know if it was Venus or someone helped them pay those young ladies' rent. So there was a lady, I think, I don't know, somewhere on the East Coast. I think she was posting that her rent was due and she was near trying to make it to the Olympics. So he covered her bills, paid her rent, and I think someone did go in with him to pay that rent. So kudos to good old Flavor Flav being the Olympic Samaritan. He's the good old good
Flavor
Samaritan.
Flag.
Flavor Flav. What you
Yeah.
think about that,
Listen,
Torrance?
that's. I think that's great. Like I said, Flav disappeared for a while, but I've seen him all over the Olympics, and every time I look at TV, he out there celebrating. I didn't realize the depth of the things that he does, but
I
that's the
didn't either.
greatness of it. You're doing things because you want to do it, not doing it for people to find out that you're doing it. And for him to do that, and getting the water polo team won, and but paying the rent for somebody
It was Serena's
because she's working to
husband.
become an Olympic.
Yeah, Serena's husband went in with
Yeah.
him. Serena's husband.
So that is awesome, and I shout out to Flavor Flav. I got a connection to him. He's related to my wife in some strange way. I don't know if anybody ever wanted to say that, but I guess in a way she
Oh,
shout out to that. So it's nothing but kudos to him. Me and I have a Flav story. I actually met Flav in the airport in Las Vegas one time.
oh God, how
So
did that
and he's
work
an
out?
and he, listen, two of us together. Imagine that. But he's a really nice guy.
Didn't he really look like
All we
patent
did was
leather?
listen. I'm not gonna talk about nobody now.
I
I'm
just
saying,
want, just
but
want.
I will say again, he is a nice guy. We just dapped up. Had great meeting you, sir, and we went on about our business. So shout out to Flay.
Now shout out to Flag. Kenny, how you feel about it? What's your take?
Nah, that's dope. It's like Torrance said, he's doing it, not to be seen or to be in the news. 'Cause, I mean, it's not mainstream media either, right? It's not like
Nope.
it's blaring on every news or podcast or anything like that. So that's awesome. Again, like Torrance said, I salute him. That's just kind of doing things out of the kindness of your heart. and making stuff happen. So that's really awesome to hear. That's definitely news you can't use. Tell you that.
Right.
And
So
Farrah, what I did hear is Flav might be the next quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys. So let's shout that out.
hey, listen again. Do you understand? We're selling out this. I'm going to the game. Oh dang! They said that the U.S. is paying for all their swag. Man, we don't care about these T-shirts. They need to get me over
They're
here.
not even
I
paying
don't
for the
need no
swag. They're,
swag.
get, they're getting the swag for free because those companies, Polo and Nike, they giving that stuff to them. They ain't even paying for that. They just get the
Yep.
logo, just
I
to
mean,
get
they
the logo
are.
in there, and the USC get money from them.
But
That's
I
all
did
that is.
notice that when they go up to get when they get their medal, they put the medal around them,
Mhm.
and then they give them a, I think it's a picture, something to frame. It's a picture of the Olympics. It's kind of colorful. Look it up. Randy just showed me this morning. I'm like, you gave me my gold medal and then hand me this little poster. All right, but
For real. For real.
but you never know. Those posters maybe they're authentic, something of that nature. Uh, but yeah, shout out to Flavor Flav, the Olympics in Maryland. I'm gonna post and tell my mortgage need to be paid. Let's see what happens. Which I think.
Hey, it's
So
worth a
you
shot.
just saying, I'm going and post it on
Yeah.
Flavor Flav's little page. I don't know how she got to him because he's nowhere near my page. Won't oh Lord have mercy. But Flav, I guess I'm just looking at him in this. But I love Flav, love his music. Back in the day. But shout out, kudos to him. But anyway, that is our take for today. Thank you guys for watching. Kenny, Torrence, you guys are awesome. Kenny, you get better now. Now you get better. I don't want to hear nothing next week.
Yeah.
Hope you feel better. I
Yeah.
know Sophie's
Next week.
taking
Next
care of
week will
you.
be better.
Is Zoe treating you
Farrah, I
right?
don't know. I don't know. As long as he's kind of sick, we ain't had to hear no cowboy stuff. You think about it now. That's a
And
positive.
you know
You better think
what?
about that.
He ain't got
A win is a
COVID.
win.
He ain't got
A
the
win is a
flu.
win.
You know, he just under the weather. So stay sick.
Just yeah. I'm gonna come back with some extra for next week. All right.
I do want you to get another
Gotcha.
picture, man. I'm tired of seeing the booty. When the Olympics is over, that picture comes down. Okay, I know we're in this French type aura, this vibe, but the booty and the East Coast tennis shoes over there, but you from Texas, gotta go when the Olympics
Oh
is
my
over.
gosh.
Okay.
Gotta go.
All right. Well, guys, thank you guys for joining today. I will post this on YouTube on our Take page. If you are not following us, please follow, like, share. Go to our YouTube page, follow, like, share, all that good stuff. But until next time, 10